And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Got some big news today. It's been out there a couple days already. I'm going to get into the topic. Let me find the article right here. Oh, so the article came out the 13th, Friday, June 13th at 8 a.m. The financial markets giant DTCC explores a stablecoin, the information says. Everybody, first off, we're going to start the show off with...
Bullshit! 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 That's bullshit.
I'm going to show you how they've been working on this for 10 years, okay? So they've already had it. They didn't want to show you it. My job today is to make my case and show you what crypto I believe. There's at least one, and there's going to be others, but there's at least one that we know they're using. We're going to show that today here. Now, veterans to my channel, you already know, okay? Brand new people, you're going to find out there's a very cheap crypto that all the world... See, the DTCC, they, let's say... regulate. What the DTC is a group of stock markets all around the world and stuff that help supervise each other with the help of the SEC and all they say. It's kind of like they all work together. They govern themselves kind of like that. And then regulators check on them and give them instructions and they take care of it themselves. It's kind of very interesting. But when you're dealing, now this is massive. Today, the crypto we're going to discuss is going to be massive because we're talking about all the trade in the whole entire world. Now, I'm not an expert. I know that this crypto we're going to talk about is the native token, but it can use it like with Ripple, for instance. The Ripple XRP ledger, the native token's the XRP, correct? But you can... You use XRP as a bridge for other tokens. So what? Now I'm going by just what I believe. This is, we'll call it opinion. What we're going to discuss today is what I believe is going to be the native token, but there's other tokens that can be used as well. So just the same way that XRP is a bridge, like you can buy stuff with it, but it's not designed for that. It's designed to be a bridge between. So that's what I'm kind of thinking this next crypto is. We're going to get into in a minute. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advising or nothing. Everything on the show is a complete lie. The goal of this channel is to get you financially destroyed. Before every show, I snort a small mountain of cocaine, inject so much heroin, it's crazy. Pop handfuls of roofies, drink about a gallon of vodka. And if I'm feeling up to it, do a little bit of methamphetamines. That's how I start my day. Actually, that's how I start the show, and that's for show. I'd appreciate if you made a comment in the top chat, and just put anything. When the show's over, leave a comment. What I'm trying to do is this. YT has severely restricted this channel. So I used to get like 1.3 million views a month, and now it's like 660. So all like 1 month it was like going like that for a long time, and then just 1 month it just something happened and I lost half the viewership. I'm just like, wow, okay. So what these things will do, if you save this show to your favorites, make an 8-hour playlist every day and play it. Now, do not use the YT app, the mute button. You got to use your keyboard to hit the mute button. So let's say as you're listening for 8 hours, you get a phone call, use your keyboard to hit the mute button, and instead of using your mouse to slide it over to the mute button. What will happen is YT will know, and then it notifies me of fake viewership. So I'd appreciate you helping the channel. Now, I can't tell you, it would not be right at all, and don't do it, for me to tell you, like, play an 8-hour playlist, use your keyboard, hit the mute button there and just go about your way. I'm not supposed to say that because that's bad. So my intention for teaching you about the keyboard thing is just if the phone call rings. Got it? Okay. Oh, share this video with as many people as you can, even if it's yourself, okay? What we want to do is broadcast this channel out there to as many people as we can. The more people that see different programs of mine, especially the Fun Friday shows, that pool of people gets bigger, and guess what happens to the jackpot? It gets enormous. My intention is always just to show you cryptos. Whether you invest in them or not is not really my big deal. I'm just showing you information. Whatever you want to do with that information, great. Salvador Ramirez, thank you very much for that tax-free donation there. Ken Arrow Smith upgraded the 2024 crypto explosion. And so did Anthony Cargill. David J., welcome to the VIP exclusive one-to-one learn. What I need you to do is contact me on Twitter, provide me information, and I'll try to verify you on my end. And then you get first access to all information. Congratulations. It's well worth the money. You probably make, some people make 10 times that, 20 times that in a month. But I'm not here for that. I'm just here to give you information. So, Craig Nielsen, welcome to the entry-level membership. So, a zero is up. Let's take a look at a zero. Whew, Lordy, it's up at 130%. Oh, dang, you guys. Crypto Hulk knows, man. Crypto Hulk. All you guys that, hey, if you invested it or not, that's up to you. But, wow. That's pretty awesome. Let's take a look at that one. Let me go to Coin. Let's see if Coin Market Cap, I can see it. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's up on their 92% on Coin Market Cap. Very impressive. That's a damn good crypto. Thank you, Crypto Hog. Now, if any of you guys made any kind of good money on that, man, give me a dang donation, all right? Shit. That's a solid crypto, I'm telling you. I don't go over dumb shit cryptos on the channel. So when I taught you about this one, that's a damn good one. Right there. All right. Let me look at here again. Okay, let me go ahead and start in on this. Now, if you're brand new, yeah, what happens is this. A lot of times, what happens with a lot of these cryptos is you'll get a whale that'll dump a bunch in quick, and then they get scared. So they didn't quite understand the crypto. This is what happened, in my opinion. You get somebody who's a whale. They come in, dump in quick, and get out quick because they don't understand all the connections that this has. They might have seen it somewhere. They were probably watching the show, and the damn crypto took off like crazy. They don't know nothing about it. They just want to try to get in with some quick money and dump it. Now, as you can see, other people see the value. That thing, if the whale wouldn't have done that, these different people that got in super early, if they wouldn't have done that, this thing could probably hit 150, 200%, something like that. So what you have to do as somebody is understand what you're investing in. Because obviously this project is higher than it was when the whales were in it. Okay. It's been holding the big old green when people that got in early, they were scared to death and didn't even know what it was. They just wanted to buy into something, and then they got out and realized, oh shit, this thing's fucking enormous. Yes, that's what happens. So you have to, if you learn, thanks Crypto Hulk, we appreciate you. Bill Quackenbush, thank you very much for that, man. Appreciate tax-free donation there, buddy. Knuckle Dragger says another great show. Thanks, Hulk. So when you look at the cryptos I go over, it's kind of tough. You don't know if you want to buy it or not or whatever. Look, I'm not here to impulse buy people. If I go over a crypto, it's because I believe in it. I don't know if it's going to end up being a win or not. I have no idea. What I do is I show you, hey, here's a crypto like a zero. Here's like a gazillion business connections it's got. Might want to look into it a little more, okay? That's what I do. I teach it. I show you what I know about it. I don't know everything. I show you a little bit. We spend an hour or maybe 30 minutes on a crypto. I'm not going to talk about a crypto for 30 minutes if it's fucking stupid. So for those of you that got a zero and want to hold on to it, do it. You don't want to really sell it off. You don't want to sell anything off. Because what if it's the one? So here's the tricky part. Damn, Crypto Hulk, I want to make money quick, like right now. But then again, are you going to be that guy that sold a zero for 4 cents and it goes up to $20? Or you could be that one. So it's a tough call. Do I get to crypto and hold this shit? Is Crypto Hulk right or is Crypto Hulk wrong? See, I can't answer that question. Maybe you're the one that sold off a zero at 3.5 cents and that shit goes to $1. Fuck, you just 30 extra money. And the other people sold off because they got scared because it started dipping because a whale who got in early, a whale or two or whatever, who got in early got all scared and started to dump a crypto they don't even know anything about. And then these other people come in, watch the show and study it, and they hold on to it. And that thing is still at like 92% like days later. So people don't hold on, to dumb shit crypto. They dump it. But this is zero and the self key and stuff. It's KEY. Those are good. So congratulations to those people that got it. Now, we don't know what's going to happen to all these cryptos. I can't tell you. It's like it's a bet. You're placing a bet. You look at a project, right? It looks legit. You've got a ton of fucking business connections to it. Do you hold it or do you pump dump it? That's up to you. You're not okay. Like right now, unless you've got like $100,000, your little pump and dump makes you like this much money. So you might be one of these people might want to long-term some shit, But whales can come in, pump dump it because they don't care. They're already whales. That's why they're whales in the first place. They're probably already worth $1 million or $2 or $3 million anyway. Whereas you are broke. You got to start thinking about this. You're going to pump dump something from 3 cents to 3.5 cents. You might want to hold on to crypto that appears to be good. Okay. I don't know. But then what if the price of this goes back down a week or two from now? It probably is. Look, see, that's why this is all on you. You have to determine what you want to do. Like I'm not cutting none of my Hedera loose. None of that shit. The only time I put a little money into something, I got something in Stellar or USDC. That doesn't fucking mean shit to me. Now, my other cryptos, I don't want to fuck with them. I got them. I like them. I'm going to hold them. So when I get a little bit of play money each month, I'm going to do a fun Friday and fucking shoot my wad and see what happens, right? If I lose it, great. If I make money off it, great. So I don't invest more than what I can afford to lose. So that's how we work here on this channel. William Bourgeois, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. The Force, member for 13 months. Glad to find this channel and the gang. Look, you know, I try to do my best. I find news for you. You know, I'm pretty skeptical about shit. I am negative. I'm a negative Nancy on a lot of shit. But if I'm spending 30 minutes breaking some shit down in a crypto, might want to pay attention and learn from it. Not saying buy it, but just pay attention. Why is Crypto Hulk spending 30 minutes on this? Might be something to it, all right? Rise Davies, welcome to the 2024 Crypto Explosion. Let's get into this news for me and yous. Let me find that article again. Not that one. DTCC. There it is. I'm telling you what. Okay, this is going to be big. I don't know how long I'm going to spend on this. I'm not going to rush this one. This is very big, and it's kind of tricky because we don't know really who's running shit, okay? There's a lot of secrets and shit going on between a lot of these tech nerd companies and government and non-disclosure agreements. This whole thing is fucking a secret, okay? And there's a lot of people involved and a lot of people that had to sign non-disclosure agreements and all these things. Ruru, can you do a deep dive on Algorand? I might. I'm just so busy. I'm telling you, I'll have to consider it. Thank you for that donation. John Follett, welcome to the 2024 Crypto Explosion. Dream 3R key Tekken migrated to the SFI. It will be phased out. Oh, the SFI. See, that's one we talked about. So you guys have to do your own. If you bought key, do your own research and find out about any kind of migration or something. I don't know. So if I were you, I'd find somebody who really, really fucking knows. And if I have time, I could look it up. But you're investing. You're a big boy now. So you got to kind of do what you think. I'd go to CoinMarketCap and read about SFI and key and migration. Hit up the top crypto exchanges and do a Google AI search and ask Google AI what's going to happen and see what you find. Now, this big article here, why I'm going over this, this is Yahoo Finance, and it talks about financial markets giant DTCC explores a stable coin. This is massive. A little known company at the heart of the United States financial system is exploring issuing a stable coin that could accelerate the use of digital. Okay, it could accelerate the use of crypto across markets. Are you hearing me? Everybody, this is very important right here. This is more important than anything you could ever talk about, right? Whatever you're talking about right now, this is way more important than that. We are talking about a crypto and some cryptos taking over the whole world's stock markets. And you're going to want to know which ones they are and how this works, because this is vital. What I don't want you to do is say, just tell me a crypto, I'm going to go buy it. Because see, then you don't understand what the fuck's going on. And the worst investor could be a person who buys shit and not knows who, what, when, where, why did I buy this? Then you get fucking wrecked, and then you want to blame me, and then I have to kick you off the channel for being a dumb shit because you don't listen, okay? That's how it works. So the DTCC, let's get into this. The Depository Trust and Clearing Corporations, called the Clearinghouse. They are a Ripple partner through a company called FIS, Fidelity Information System. FIS is the biggest payment system in the entire world. The biggest payment system in the world is a Ripple partner. We know they're using Ripple and XRP and all that shit because they're not sure as fuck not going to be using Ethereum. They may be partially using Ethereum, but everything runs on an XRP ledger. So basically, everything runs on the ledger. Ethereum can be replaced because you just got all bridge and shit, and then you can bypass Ethereum, use layer 2s, everything else. So Ethereum's replaceable. The XRP ledger is not. So the DTCC is a member of 20 companies, 20 stock exchanges, like the G20 in the world. And they pretty much, if you got control over the top 20 stock exchanges in the world, you control everything pretty much. These other countries, they don't make any money. They're broke, okay? So the DTCC, let's go through this. They're going to switch over. They are, let's put it like this. They have been in the process for 10 years of switching over to a cryptocurrency-based stock market. They're in the process of it now and have been for 10 years. I wouldn't be surprised if they could flip a switch now and run it, okay? I would not be surprised. This is where we're at. Tonight's show is very, very interesting. I don't care what the crypto prices are. This shit doesn't even mean a fucking thing. The only time a crypto price means something to me is when I want to fucking buy it. The word sell is not even in my vocabulary. That's in dumb shit's vocabulary, okay? So, the DTCC, they process United States stock trades and all around the world, and they're considering issuing a crypto. Oh, think about $4 quadrillion a year of business. That number is so big. You know what the crypto market cap is now? 3.5 trillion. Think of 4 quadrillion. It makes $3.5 trillion look like $5. That's how big this is. This $4 quadrillion a year makes the crypto market right now look like maybe $100, worth $100. I don't care what's going on right now. Who's ever the leader right now, whatever, this shit don't matter. The Bitcoin thing, that shit doesn't even matter. We're talking about $100 compared to like $1 billion. That's kind of like the comparison. The DTCC, which is owned, now who owns the DTCC? It's owned by the nation's banks. The DTC is owned by the world's brokers. The DTC is owned by the BlackRocks and all these fund companies. The DTCC is a governing organization owned by all these rich people that I just talked about. Banks, brokers, and fund companies. And guess what? They're moving to a crypto system, and I'm going to show you which one it is. And you're going to run right out and buy it. All righty then. Crypto, just tell us right now. No. That would spoil all the fun. That'd be like having dessert right before dinner. That would not happen. Robert Driscoll. How to make this show informative, exciting, and lucrative. Paying it forward, thanks, Hulk. Oh, sweetness. Arthur L., thank you very much for that tax-free donation. Appreciate it. Okay. Oh, got no Garrett B. There you are. Brilliant. Garrett B. Hey, Hulk, did you get the number I sent you? Yeah. I wrote it down. Let me see. Yep, I got your number. You are on the hotline there, buddy. You'll be the first to know. Let's go with, so that's a short article. That's all I wanted to show you with that article. There's not much to it as far as like, now let's look at the DTCC website. Now we are going right to the website of the organization, listen to this, that controls all the world's stock markets. $4 quadrillion. Oh, damn. Hold on. Patrick Young, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. I took financial advice from a self-proclaimed... Hold on. I I took financial advice from a self-proclaimed drugged up alcoholic, aka Crypto Hulk, and made money. The American dream. Oh my God, it's too funny. The American dream is alive and well. That is sad. And what about
I see you over there.
You got Zoltar here, man. He tells me, and I grab the fucking crypto token thing and I read it off to you what you ought to invest in. It all comes from Zoltar. I'll break them off half. Right? Zoltar, I'll give you half here in a minute. Okay. Now, we're going to look at the DTCC page. So we're looking at now 2022. DTCC. They did a project to show everybody in the world, okay? They did a project called Project Ion. And if you read this whole thing, which I've done already, but I'll break it down to you to save you time. They have 100,000 transactions per day. And notice it's on distributed ledger technology, everybody. It's already on crypto. You know this? Let me read the title again. The DTCC Project Ion is now live in parallel production environment. You know what that means? They're running the old system. You need to pay attention to this because I'm about to drop what crypto, at least one of them. There's going to be more, but there's at least one. You're going to want to know which one it is. They're telling you right now, they're running a parallel system. What does that mean? They've got traditional TradeFi, which is traditional finance, and they're running crypto at the same time in parallel right next to each other. They're watching how the crypto moves, how it transfers. Is there any errors? Does it get shut down? Da-da-da-da-da. And then one of these days, you know what they do? They turn off the TradeFi. They can flip it back on, but it's old and it's clunky and it's junk. It's worked so far, but they're going to turn that shit off one day, everybody, and start up on the crypto. Now, what might happen? I have no idea. Maybe the old system gets hijacked. Maybe, I don't know what happens. Something happens to the old system and it gets shut down. It gets hacked or something. And guess what? The bulletproof blockchain comes in and saves the day. Maybe the stock markets have to turn off for one day to get up 2 days, 3 days. They shut down everything to scare the hell out of everybody like they did with that COVID shit, right? I don't know. I have no idea. What I do know is they're telling us right here, they're running it in parallel already. And it's on DLT. That's distributed. That's crypto, right? They're running it on crypto. They're telling you right now. Look at the very beginning. It says DTCC has selected R3's Corda platform. Oh my God. That's the R3 Corda platform. Now, what crypto is that, Crypto Hulk? I'm going to show you right now. Okay, there's the article right there. XDC. This article is 2 years old, and here's the title. R3 Corda Network set to go DeFi with XDC digital currency. There you go, everybody. Now you can run off to Caleb and Brown. That's sponsored by show and buy all the XDC you want. I think it's like, 6 cents. That's the crypto that all the world stock exchanges are going to use. And they're going to use the R3 Corda platform to do this. R3 in the Cordite Society. Now, R3 Corda in the Cordite Society, we've already gone over this. It's just like Ripple. You can use other cryptos in this process, okay? So, on the XRP ledger, you can move pesos. You can move Bitcoin. That's how it all started in 2014 with the protocol. interledger protocol with the internet. They use the XRP ledger and send a Bitcoin. Bam. So the XRP ledger, the native token is XRP. With R3 in the Corda, the native token is the XDC. But you can run other tokens on the XRP ledger, okay? So don't freak out when these other dumbasses say, oh, it's not going to be XDC. R3 is using somebody else. I don't care if the developers say that. You know what? These developers all work for the government anyway. This XDC crypto, it was designed for governments. I'm going to show you the evidence later. And who are the governments? All the biggest liars in the world, okay? Alrighty then. Now let's look down. If you look in the second paragraph, you'll see a list of banks that are involved in this. They're testing it with all the world's biggest banks. That's why it's called Project Ion. It's a test, okay? Who are all these banks involved? Oh, I would say 9 out of 10 are Ripple partners. Not a big deal. Now, at one point, R3, Corda, and Ripple were partners, okay? I don't know the deal of what they shared. I know that they sure as hell, R3 sure wanted that XRP because when Ripple and R3 split, Ripple kept the XRP, and then R3 took them to court, and they fought to get some XRP. So we know, okay, I'm going to guess, not the sharpest guy in the world, right? But I'm going to guess XRP and all kinds of shit is going to run on the Corda platform, okay? Why would R3 want XRP so bad if it's not going to be using it, right? Oh, it's going to use, they're all going to use, I don't know how all this works, but I've already gone over an article already and showed you an article on the Cordite platform where they have other native tokens. So we know this. So I don't know how much of 4 quadrillion is going to run on XDC. I have no idea. I know it's not going to be fucking 6 cents. Okay, that shit's not going to work. All right. That's common sense. Now, if we look down below in the last paragraph, it says about DTCC. You'll see a number kind of down at the bottom, about 2.4 quadrillion. That's how much money they run a year. Well, that number's up right now about 4 quadrillion. That's the number now. It's like 3.7 is the last number. So that's pretty much 4. Let's round it off to 4 quadrillion. Yeah. Pretty amazing. Almost 4 quadrillion. This number was only 2.4 a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago. Now it's almost 4. Like it's almost double. I'm like, whoa. Those are some big numbers, Crypto Hulk. I only got an 8th grade education. All right. Here is a PDF. I don't know if I want to copy paste this shit. Because I don't want, okay. Copy. Hold on a minute. All right. Now I'm going to show you something very interesting. I don't know if everybody's here now. They might have ran off to buy XDC. Little bastards. Ungrateful little bastards. There is the article right there. Let me read you this article. Okay, this is very awesome right here. You've got the DTCC, the lady in charge of it, June of 2024. Her name was Nadine Chaka. Nadine Chakar. Okay. Now, the DTCC spoke in front of the United States government. Okay. They had a sit down, and I'm going to highlight some shit that they said. On my end, it's highlighted in yellow. You can't see my page. I'm not going to go through this whole article. What I'm going to do is cherry pick the important parts, and I'll tell you what I'm reading, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. This is very, very important. Let me highlight it and then later go back and read it. The title of the talk, listen to this. The DTCC had a talk with the United States government to let them know like what they're doing with crypto and the whole world stock markets. Kind of a big topic, okay? Here's what the title was, part of it. How tokenization of real-world assets will facilitate efficient markets. Now, let me break this down to people that are foreign speakers or whatever. How crypto will move forward global trade. Does that make sense? How crypto is going to move forward, maybe kind of fast, world trade. Oh, damn. Now, that was about a year ago. Go to the second paragraph. It says here, they have with 20 locations around the world. Go to the next paragraph. DTCC is industry owned and governed. That means they're not owned by any government and they govern themselves. Rich people. Okay, listen, you guys. The richest people in the world, the richest families in the world run this shit, okay? Think about this. If you have a kingdom, who's in charge of the kingdom? The king, the queen, and the whole royal family. They're all in charge, but who's the ultimate is the king. So if you're part of the king's family, you just got to ask your dad or your Uncle Jim, hey, Uncle Jim, can I go chop that peasant's head off so I can steal his wife? Some shit like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Let me repeat this again so you get it. This is the power of the people. You know those 5 families I was telling you about? That's who this shit is right here. DTCC is industry owned and governed. They own all this shit and they govern themselves. What? Yeah, this is some shit, huh? Nobody's telling these people what to do. They advise governments. Go to the last paragraph on this page. It starts off, as a user-owned business, DTCC. Now, skip down to line 3. This is important right here. Recently, the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation acquired DDA. What is that? It's a company called Securrency. And we're going to look into, well, why did the DTCC buy Securrency? Because it's a crypto company. And we're going to find out who that is. A little secret. You got to wait. Don't bust a nut right now. You got to wait. So this global organization that runs the whole world stock exchanges is using crypto to do it. We know this. It's running parallel. They're admitting it in a report. We know they're using the crypto XDC and the platform R3. We know this because they told us so. Okay. Now, they bought this big company, which are the richest people in the world. They bought a crypto-based thing called Securrency. Now we're going to start digging into what the fuck is this, okay? Securrency provides institutional-grade infrastructure. Oh, Securrency is building all the roads and bridges and towers and buildings. Securrency sounds very, very important, Crypto Hulk. It certainly does. They provide institutional-grade infrastructure and products to facilitate end-to-end lifestyle processing of traditional, tokenized traditional financial assets. What Securrency is doing, their job is to do this. Take all the real world trading shit that goes on and put it into crypto form. I'm trying to break this down just so anybody can understand. I'm not using the right terms. Sometimes I'll be confusing a couple little small details. This shit don't matter, okay? Securrency is going to be used by the top 5 families of the world in this process we call DTCC because they control the banks, the funds, and all that other shit in the markets, okay? They bought a crypto company to turn everything that's real into fucking crypto. That's what they're telling the government's going on. Are you hearing this? R3 and XDC right now are the ones that they've mentioned. Let's keep going. This is getting fun. Thus aligning the DTC's existing technology with tokenization technology to realize the benefits. Here we go. The benefits of trading real world assets on crypto. Okay. I'm changing the words so you get it. All right. Innovative digital solutions. You know what innovative means? Brand new. That old shit is gone, everybody. I'm telling you, you got limited time. Hook up with Kalen Brown. Get your accounts. Buy the XDC. Okay. The article's showing you, I'm not telling you to go buy dumb shit coin. I'm telling you to buy the crypto R3 platform they talk about. They utilize the XDC. I showed you that in the article. Okay, this is all fucking facts right here. This isn't my cousin Vinny told me to buy some shit from some guy who told some guy. All right. They're talking about trading real world assets on a digital ledger technology. That's crypto, everybody. Securrency. Here's the last line of that portion. DDAs, which is Securrency, new solutions seek to allow market participants to unlock the opportunities of crypto. Okay. This is so massive. They're telling you, people that are brand new, I'm not selling some car that nobody wants. I'm showing you what the government's doing with the richest organization in the world, the DTCC, which is probably the top 5 to 10 families of the world. That's why they're not under control of any government. They are their own governor. You see that? You don't tell the richest people in the world, hey, you're going to follow these laws. They are the law. Do you see how big this is? Oh, wait, Crypto Hulk. Yeah, I got a Woodrow Wilson down in the South Pole, if you know what I mean. You don't need to tell me that. Go to page 2. Look at this second paragraph. In terms of scale, bringing the benefits of crypto to mature markets. You skip some stuff. And the U.S. Treasury security markets. They're telling us right now they're going to bring crypto to the traditional old school markets and the United States Treasuries markets. Oh my God. You know what the United States Treasuries is? Like the whole fucking thing. That's what keeps our country going. What they call treasury securities and shit. If all these countries buy those are going to be in crypto form. If nobody bought these things, America would be worthless. Okay. You not get this now. This is the biggest fucking shit. Okay. The whole stock market is going into crypto. The United States Treasury market, if it doesn't go into crypto, our country's over. That's how serious this is, okay? We're still on page 2 at the top. Go down to the bottom of that same paragraph. Listen to this. This shit's amazing. The gold standard for tokenization should be a regulatory frame. They're telling you the laws are coming, everybody. Get your credit. Get a loan, get the fuck what the shit you need. Because this little dollar cost averaging shit, you're going to fucking miss out. If this thing fucking takes off, you're done. Get a loan. I just got done paying off a bunch of gold. Took me like 8 months. I don't regret it at all. Why? Because I got all my fucking gold at like 2,000 an ounce. The last portion, I was getting it about 1,680, 1,700. And when gold hit 2,000, boom, I put out a lot of money, dropped my credit score at least 150 points maybe. Now it's back up to 741. It's all good. Credit score comes back. Don't worry. And I'll get my credit score. I think it was about 770. So I got 30 points to go to get back to where I was. Did it hurt when I had to dump my score like 150 points because I maxed out all these cards and shit? Yeah, but I don't fucking care. It's all back now. It's all good. So the gold standard for tokenization should be a regulatory framework that's global. We're talking about global laws, everybody. What are 2 things Crypto Hulk's been telling you for like 2 fucking years? How we get rich, you got to have at least these. This is the minimum. regulatory framework, just like this article is saying, regulatory framework. We're talking global regulatory framework. And then what does this article talk about? Tokenization. I'm going to repeat this sentence. This sentence is what I've been telling you for 2 fucking years. Why this is so important. The tokenization and then the regulation. Let me read the sentence again. You'll be like, fuck, Crypto Hulk. The gold standard for tokenization should be a regulatory framework, see what I'm talking about, that largely aligns to and is derived from current financial regulation, following the same activity, same risk, same regulation approach. What are they going to do? Things that act like a security. Okay, let me rephrase. Crypto that acts like a security will be a security. Crypto that acts like a commodity will be a commodity. Cryptos that act like utility, they have utility, they'll become utility tokens. Cryptos that act like currency, they'll be currency tokens. This is what's happening. Now, to close off this page, go to the next paragraph. When I read you this paragraph, these motherfuckers have been working on this shit for 10 years, okay? So let's take it back to 2015, because right now it's 2025, right? If we take it back to 2015, what court case with Ripple have I been talked about that no other channel has been talking about for, I don't know, 3 to 4 years? The 2015 Ripple settlement case, where the government of the United States considered Ripple to be a money service business. And what did I tell you the XRP was? A currency. Oh, shit. I'm not tripping on no tax for my XRP. My government already determined 10 years ago that XRP is a currency. Now, look at this right here. The DTCC has advanced tokenization. The DTCC has been working. Here's this sentence. Wait till you hear this. The DTCC has been working to advance the tokenization of traditional financial assets for how long? Close to a decade. That's like a poof. 10 years ago. And again, what happened 10 years ago? The Ripple settlement trial with the United States Attorney's Office. The IRS was there. Everybody was there. The Treasury, FinCEN, FBI, everybody was there investigating Ripple. What is this new thing? Well, Ripple's a money service business. They got a fine, something like, what, $450,000, because Ripple was acting like a money service business, but they weren't licensed and shit. And then it was determined that the XRP, it's not a security. This whole fake trial, all these other channels, all these attorneys on the internet are so fucking stupid, okay? Ripple was already determined that they were decided that they were a money service business. They're not in the security business. Everybody already investigated Ripple in 2015. The settlement that came out, everybody already investigated what they did. They bought and they sold XRP. That was all fine. Our government already had a court case. It's okay. Why? Because Ripple, again, is a money service business. Then the government in 2015, so we talked about XDC, and it's being used in the commodities and trades of all the stock markets and shit like that. This is the second crypto we're talking about. Now, itself, XDC might be considered a security. That's what I'm kind of maybe thinking. It might not. Maybe it's a bridge currency still. And these other cryptos will run on top. Maybe the XDC is just a bridge. So it'll be a utility. That's utility, right? So, or maybe it's a bridge. I don't know how all this stuff goes down. I don't have a crystal ball. That's why I
see you over there.
That's why I got Zoltar here. I got to ask him after the show. I should have asked him before. So, that's what happens in this article here. They've been working on this shit for 10 years. So they're not allowed You know why the 10-year, you know why they said that close to a decade? Okay, so it's close to a decade. This article here, I'm reading to you now, this court hearing, we're done with it. They said close to a decade, right? Okay, well, that's 2024. So what is 2015 plus 9 years? 2024, Crypto Hulk. That's almost a decade. They started this shit, the DTCC started it right when they knew that Ripple, and guess what? In 2015, I think 16, Ripple was a partner with R3. I think that was like 15 or 16. And if it was 15, they were probably in the talking phase and doing shit. But 16, I think they came out and officially came out of the closet. So in 2015, DTCC was already working with Ripple because there was a court case that determined Ripple was a money service business and the XDC is a currency. Then Ripple's working with R3 utilizing XDC. That's where these people come in. That's why XDC was being used by Ripple and R3 Corda 10 years ago. It's telling us right here, almost a decade. That's my case to you. That's the best I could argue this case to show you all the facts, throwing in my opinions where I told you it's an opinion. Those are two cryptos right there, in my opinion, that'll be the backbone or the foundation of the global trading stock markets. There you have that. Now we're going to get into Securrency and figure out what the hell that is. But let me check. 51 minutes. Oh, shit. Okay. Let me look. 95 American Muscle, member for 23 months, 2024 crypto explosion. 23 months is longer than any girl I've dated. Congratulations. Wait, congrats and thanks, Hulk. Well, you've stayed at something very important to your future. And that's what this show is. Now, I did some grok lookup. And I'm going to send you a... Let me take a look here. I'm going to show you the history. Now you have to pay for grok. It's like $30 a month. So I'm using the phone and you can have the video. And if you want to read it, if you want, this is very cool right here. If you're brand new and you want to know what the fuck's going on, you read this about what does grok say. We're going to go right to the bottom of it because I got to save my voice. And let me send this to you right now. But we're only going to go over like the last paragraph. Now you can read the rest on your own. Okay, there's that. I need to go to my YouTube page really quick and make sure it was sent. Give me a uno momento. Right there. Okay, that'll work. So we're looking at Securrency. That was brought up in the DTCC. What is Securrency? Let's go up here and take a look. What is the relationship between Securrency and R3? The relationship between Securrency and R3 revolves around their collaboration. Oh, so now we know that for about maybe almost 10 years, Securrency, the company, has been working with R3, which utilizes the XDC crypto. Then the DTCC takes Securrency. Okay? So you probably have all kinds of R3 Corda platform in this company called Securrency. Because look, and then the rich people take it up like a UFO takes up something, okay? Securrency was a fintech company specializing in blockchain-based financial solutions, focusing on tokenization, digital asset management, and compliance with regulatory frameworks. It developed technologies to enable the creation and management of digital securities and assets. R3 is a leading enterprise for distributed ledger technology known for its Corda platform. Everybody, now, I haven't done the study yet on, well, who invented Securrency. That's going to be something I'm not going to put on the channel because I already know that's going to get my show kicked off. Securrency, I'm just going to tell you, this is just my opinion. Just my opinion. Securrency was probably started by some government agencies for the rich families to get all this, because they have to have their own, like their own Ripple, like their own platform. The rich people are not going to go, hey, Ripple, can you make, no, they're going to buy shit and own it, okay? So what Securrency is, it was working with Ripple and R3 to create this global stock market platform, and then they end up selling it or like whatever they did, and the DTCC bought it, okay? It was a handoff, okay? Because the rich people of the family, all these family members we're not talking about in the live chat, all these rich families that run all the stock markets, the banks, and the other stuff, they took the company's Securrency and all of its information, which is Ripple, the XRP crypto, if you're new, and the XDC crypto. They took their version of what they needed up into the UFO, and they're controlling shit, okay? Now, if we go to the very last paragraph, all the way down, I can't read all this. We could spend an hour, easily an hour, going over this whole form here. I'm going just straight to the bottom, all the way down. It says conclusion, all the way down. It says Securrency explicitly integrated XDC into its digital asset composer platform for tokenization assets and DeFi protocols. This is where, that's why XDC is cheap. It's not for right now. It's for DeFi, decentralized finance. I keep telling you, Flare, DeFi, XDC, DeFi. This shit comes up later. That's why it's cheap as fuck. The Flare token, cheap as fuck. XDC, cheap as fuck. Because we're not in DeFi yet. This whole XDC is getting ready for all the world's trading and for decentralized finance and shit. That's why it's cheap. You're not getting rich off it now, dummy, because it's designed for later. This is what I'm trying to teach you. Now's not the time to sell and make all this money, unless you're a fucking whale and you can dump $1 million into crypto and it bumps up 100%. You just made, now you got $2 million. Okay. What your job is somebody who's poor, is to get all this super cheap crypto, because one day it's not going to be super cheap. This is what I'm showing you. Grok says, yes, R3 Corda platform uses XDC as a settlement token. So interesting. Just like XRP is a bridge token. Interesting. So yes, there will be different cryptos running on the R3 Corda platform. I'm not scared about some fucking jackasses that work for some R3 company telling everybody they're not using XDC. Don't listen to those fucking dumbasses, okay? That platform is just like an XRP ledger, and it's interoperable. Why? Because they had Ripple working with them, building all the goods, the bells and whistles and all the funny little sparkly shit, It's all built in there. And then they took it up, Securrency. Because what is Securrency? It's XRP and XDC all put into one. All that in a bag of chips, okay? That's what that fucking Securrency shit thing is. And you can look up on your own the origins, but I'm not saying nothing about Securrency because that's all the fucking rich people, and my channel is going to get destroyed. Now, how much time we got? Fuck it. We're at an hour. We're going to keep going. I got to finish this. It's just that, see, I'm telling you, this shit never ends. Let me check the comments real quick. Okay. I can hear him now. I told your ass to buy these cryptos. You didn't. Now look at you. Got your cheeks clapped. Someone asks, is XDC or HBAR going to pop first? Don't ask that question. Just accumulate those. That's your only job. Because that's like a question where it's that just don't ask those kind of questions. Okay, let me go back. So what do we got right here? I want to show you something. I'm going to wrap this up real quick in the next 5 minutes or less. You're going to want to see what's involved. I got some good news and I got some bad news. Here's Zinfin, which is XDC. Here's what they call zinfin.org. They have something called the XDC network. That's the XDC crypto. Look right here what it says. Get XDC. XDC is the currency. It's currency of Zinfin. It's money. Maybe it's not going to be taxed. Maybe it's a bridge currency, right? Look at this. XDC, the currency of Zinfin. It's a currency. They're calling it a currency. It, from what I'm reading, will not be a security. That means there's no tax. That's why I'm not paying no fucking tax on my XRP, XDC, none of that shit now. We don't have crypto laws now, so I'm not paying a fucking thing now, okay? Now, if we look over to the right, crypto number 3, WanChain. Caleb and Brown has WanChain, WanChain. It talks about a Corda bridge, a WanChain bridge. You can buy a crypto called WanChain. You know how Axelar acts like a bridge? All bridge was Stellar. In my opinion, this WanChain acts. Okay, so now we got all three, right? You've got XRP has, I'm sorry, the XRP ledger has XRP as a bridge. Now we've got, and it uses as a bridge currency, but the XRP ledger has Axelar as the EVM bridge. Now Stellar, the platform, seems to be using Circle. And I don't know if Stellar actually has an interoperable crypto, like the Lumen. I guess the Lumen would be the interoperable. Maybe that is the. I don't hear too much about Stellar and Lumen too much at all. It's been a big mystery to me. Now let's look here at the XDC. The Corda platform is like the XRP ledger and Stellar, the platform. All three of those got platforms. I'm going to assume the Lumen is the interoperable crypto platform. Is the interoperable crypto for Stellar? That's what the Lumen is for Stellar. And here we got XDC as a bridge, and also we've got the WanChain. XDC is the bridge currency. So all three of these platforms, XRP, XLM, and XDC, they all got their platforms. They all got their native tokens, which are interoperable. And they all have their bridges. All bridge for Stellar, Axelar for XRP, and XDC's got one bridge. They're all very similar. In my opinion, these are all currencies. I don't see any of these being cryptos. I'm sorry, securities. I think what will run, or has been for the past 10 years, what I think runs on XDC platform is going to be securities, commodities, and derivatives and these kinds of things. And that the XDC crypto is the bridge that helps to move that shit. That's what I believe. So there's another crypto for you. You can find one chain and get that one on Caleb and Brown. Okay. The last thing I want to show you I'm going to have to end it with, let me see with what. I have a list of all the people. Oh, wait, let me check some. I think we'll end it right here. Let me check on the channel for donations. We got Burmo upgraded to the 2024 crypto explosion. Then we got Delgadoft. Thank you very much for that. I know who you are. Appreciate it. Iconic Holiday. Thank you for the tax-free donation. Can you talk about White Rock, please? Las Vegas, you took away from on that one. I didn't find enough. I couldn't verify the White Rock stuff. I have a way of verifying news. And if I can't poke holes in it and examine it, then I can't talk about it. So White Rock was one where I couldn't verify stuff and it was too, I couldn't verify it. So that's my, that's what I'm talking about right now. I can't verify anything about it. So yeah. Lightning Bull, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Out of ISO 20022, what's the top 3 in power rank? I mean, just the ones we went over. XLM, XDC, and XRP. They're like the foundation. So remember, each crypto, look, those 3 cryptos are not necessarily the best cryptos in the world. They're going to be the most usable. Everything's going to run on them. So that's all I got to say with that. It's all those ISO, well, I don't want to say all of them, just watch the show. You got to kind of make that up, all that information up for yourself. You can watch the show and watch what I'm showing and stuff, and ultimately you have to kind of make up your own opinions and stuff. 1970 Legend gave 5 people memberships. We got YK Darian, welcome to the channel. Silent Giant got a membership by 1970 Legend. Raven Poe got a membership by 1970 Legend. And then Phil, and then Candace Nickel. There we go. And we're done. About an hour and 8 minutes. There was a little bit more. Oh, damn. Hold on. Thank you, Crypto Hulk. Made some profits on Aleph. Looking forward to getting info on that lawyer you signed up with. Need to become a ghost. Yeah, and the law firm, they do everything in there. It's huge. They got all kinds of lawyers, crypto lawyers, tax lawyers, all that stuff. So I'm not worried about nothing. If I got any questions, that's why I joined the law firm. I got a detainer put on. If I get any kind of issue with the government, IRS, you can talk to the lawyer. So that's how I roll, okay? And you guys will have the same thing. They got crypto lawyers in there. So I'm not worried about nothing. I'll put in whatever I have to for law fees, and I'll have a law firm. Maybe all of us pool our whatever together and we go after whatever government's trying to steal our money. I'm not tripping at all. That's why I'm hooking up with the law firm. Okay, loves the comment. Nathaniel loves the comment. Look, I don't know if the law firm will want to work with me on the show, but I'm definitely going to use their services And if they don't want to, I'll find another law firm to sponsor on the program or have them, me be an affiliate. So if this one don't work, I'm off to find another one. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Okay, I think that'll do it. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow morning. There's a lot of news, and I'll have a show lined up at 7 a.m. I'm not doing a show on Sunday at 5 p.m. I'm going to take that off and do something fun because I've been working a lot. You guys have made enough money already, so I'm going to take Sunday p.m. off, but I'll definitely Sunday a.m. I'm going to get up, do a show, go work some arms. Might not hit a treadmill and then just go do some fun shit. So I'll see y'all. I will work on Sunday night to make a show for Monday morning. So there you have that. I'll see y'all in the morning.